I'ma tell you the real, bro. Only way to cop and guarantee that you cop on sneakers is... All right, so the sneaker market is jumping back off strong, and we got a real profitable shoe coming down the pipeline. I'm talking about the Jordan 3 Cement Reimagined, and in this video, I'ma tell you every way that the normal person can cop this shoe. Now, my cook groups, Rico's Cooks, we completely went ham on the UNC 5s. We're geared towards helping beginners go from beginner to expert resellers. So if you're new to the game, you've heard the word cook group several times and don't quite get it, I'm gonna drop you a link in the description to where you can join mine. But anyway, we got the Jordan 3 Cement Reimagined. This is gonna be our first real profitable shoe as far as general releases goes in 2023. Now, so far, these sort of reimagined colorways have been going crazy. I've been seeing more that are gonna be rumored. The last reimagined shoe, which was the reimagined Lost and Found Jordan 1s, did well, and we have every reason to believe that this one's gonna do well as well. Now, I'm personally not a fan of the whole reimagined thing because once again, if you know what that is, then that's basically them just aging the shoe and making it look aged out of the box, right? And for the retros that I'm seeing, I much rather just have the original, right? But let's go ahead and jump on the computer and figure out how we can get these. All right, so here we are live from Rico's Hooks, and once again, I just wanted to show y'all proof. There's always one thing to say, but just show y'all proof that, bro, in my group, the success hosts are there, right? These are all members. These are all new people. This person hit multiples. We're seeing a lot of success in here. We're getting a lot of success. People are finally checking out. My man's hit a 4 clip, right? And these are all beginners. My man's right here hit a bunch. All right, now the first place we're gonna talk about is a actual newer place where you can get sneakers. Newer place, just giving us another chance to cop, and that is Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, if you've been familiar with how it worked in the past, they had a system, they had a wristband system. However, now they've kind of moved to a foot action and flex type system, which we are gonna get into. But you would reserve it through the app, right? And so if you don't have the app, then you go download it, right? But once you have it downloaded, it's quite simple, right? When you open the app, it's gonna be right there in the center. You're gonna hit reserve now, right? You're gonna go all the way down to the 11, and then boom, you're gonna enter for them. You're gonna select your size, right? And then you're gonna enter the draw. Then you put your payment method, billing and shipping, and all of that, and then boom, you would enter the draw. Now, right now, as far as with Dick's Sporting Goods and stuff like that, I mean, ultimately, bro, this is a new system. I know you have to bring your ID, and I'm gonna see if I can find some information, but you would have to bring your ID. You know, they're trying to do the whole fair playing field thing, so they tell you to enter, download the app, go to releases, find the sneaker, enter your size, make sure to enter the draw during the designated time period, right? So if you're seeing this video today, you have more than enough time. You can check back in the mobile app to see your status after the draw is closed, and when you win, of course, you'll be notified that you won, right? So you must be logged into your scorecard account, enter to draw. That's them just corporately saying like, hey, no multiple accounts, 1 entry per scorecard. And shoe, of course, they only accept credit cards. You can leave the draw only during the draw open period. If you strike out, you can also check your local and do all that other stuff. But I want to kind of look at the terms and conditions on this just to make sure there isn't anything. Here we go. Random winner selection, right? A designated number of winners depending on the inventory size and product, all of that will be randomly selected. Winner selection will be conducted by sponsors or sponsors representative or designee. So I want to peel back the layers of that, but the odds depends on the number of eligible entries and the amount of inventory. The decisions of the sponsor are final and however, right? So this is them right here in elimination, pretty much saying they reserve the right to cancel orders and everything like that. And then Dick is of course the sponsor, so they're going to be holding all this information, right? So pretty straightforward right now. I mean, there isn't a lot of ways for us to know if it's really random or anything like that, but the best thing that we can do is enter multiple accounts, right? So I seen something in there that kind of said 1 per entry per family or household is permitted. So that means that answers a question that a lot of people have as far as when they talk about, hey, can me and my brother enter? According to this, no. According to this, only 1 person per household can enter. So that's pretty odd, and honestly, if you ask me. But if it is truly fair, then I think just by there shouldn't be like anything that you would need to do in order to increase those chances, right? So that's all we got on Dick today. Now, the next place, Finish Line JD, who is pretty much the same company at this point, they are releasing these shoes as well. Now, to me, this is average person's best chance hopping a sneaker because their system, it isn't random, right? And they don't say it's random. Their system goes to people that they select that have reward status points. Right now, those status points, that's what I'm referring to, right? So once you become an A-list member, then you pretty much get EA on almost everything. But here's the caveat, right? You have to be shopping at Finish Line, right? So ultimately all you need is 2,000 to redeem. And I think when me and my man Limited Supply, shout out to bro, when we did our calculation, I believe that only came out to like around $150, bro. So you need to have that many points just to redeem, right? So if you're watching this video and it's not too late, then I would advise you to get to the mall, get to your local Finish Line or JD and buy something, right? Because me, like, just to kind of wake my account up, I haven't got EA in quite a while, and that's because I hadn't really been paying attention. You know, the sneaker market has kind of been on a break, so I hadn't been paying attention, but I'm just gonna kind of go buy something, right? And I guarantee you I will get EA on this shoe as long as my status account is active and I have purchases within X amount of days, right? So how can we increase our chances as far as on status, right? The best way, in besides doing what I just told you to do, is also gonna be multiple accounts. Right now, here's the caveat when it comes to multiple accounts, right? So you can only have one Finish Line status account per store, right? So if you have 3 Finish Lines, then you can ultimately have up to 3 accounts, right? If you got 3 JDs or 2 JDs, you can only have that many accounts, right? And honestly, that system is sweet because you can hit at this store, you can hit at this store, you can hit at this store, right? So that's for my people who got a little bit more capital to burn, a little bit more money they're working with, but you could definitely do it that way. Now, EA usually goes out Tuesday or Wednesday prior to the drop. So the people that hit on Finish Line know pretty early, right? That's why I say if you're watching this video the day it comes out, which is going to be Monday, go get your status account in order. And even if you're watching it the next day, or even, you know, or even the next day, right? If you're watching it after status has gone up, I'm still going to go over other ways that you're going to be able to hit in this video, right? Boom. Which brings me, the next practical way to hit on this sneaker is going to be everybody's favorite copying site, the Sneakers app. Now, the Jordan 1 Lost and Found kind of went through it on Sneakers app, right? So I'm not sure what that means as far as with this drop, because I don't feel, at least I hear it, but I don't feel the amount of demand similar, right? But this is still gonna be no joke, right? So there's a decent amount of stock, but there's also a good amount of demand, right? So with your Sneakers account, I mean, I say this in a lot of videos, but you know, I have a video covering everything that you can do with a singular account. But on Sneakers, I'm gonna tell you the real, bro. Only way to cop and guarantee that you cop on Sneakers is to use multiple Nike accounts. That's the only way. That's the only way it's possible. And that's because at this point, with the demand, with Nike trying to combat botting and filtering normal people out, you have to have multiple entries in to maybe even guarantee that you hit one these days, right? However, it's not that hard, right? Unlike Dick's Sporting Goods, everybody in your household can go for these shoes. You just can't all be on the same internet connection, and you cannot all be using the same payment method, right? So there's services like Privacy that are designed to kind of help you manage apps that give you virtual credit cards. You can use things like Privacy, you can use things like Slash as well, and you can have success that way. Now, me personally, I've kind of learned how to manually bot sneakers. I've been able to kind of get, you know, 10 to 15 accounts in at a time, but sometimes that's not even enough, right? And so if you're taking that route, I have a video that explains it in depth, and I really encourage you to go watch that video if you're interested in that. But if you're doing that, one thing that I'm gonna do throughout the week is I'm gonna kind of go for other stuff on the app, even if I'm trying to lose, right? Like I'm going for the Tiffany's, of course. I'm probably gonna go for these tomorrow, lock my cards. I'm gonna go for these. I'm gonna go for almost everything and try to lose on them. Or even if I get a victory like on this, I won't be that mad. Or, you know, even this, I won't be that mad on some of these victories. But ultimately, I'm gonna get my accounts ready, because one thing I've learned when it comes to filtering out accounts, bro, is that they view wins and losses. That's the biggest metric, right? When they're talking about accounts and how to spot them as bots, right? So once again, I have a video going more in depth on that if you want to learn more about that method. Right now, another slept on way that not a lot of people even try to talk about is entering raffles. Right now, in my cook group, I have a feed where every single raffle almost in the world, any place that has these for raffle, we have the place where you can enter. We tell you how. So if you're local, if you're in Manhattan, Queens, then boom, Extra Butter, go to Extra Butter, right? This is pickup as well, Manhattan and Queens, right? You know, this is postage, right? I'm in Year, right? So if you're looking for these, then we know, okay, I'm in Year has these, and you can enter there, right? You can enter here, right? If you're in this area, and it'll tell you if it's postage or pickup. I'm also coming with a video on the Tiffany, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe to me. DTLR, just all these different places, right? And so if you're serious about getting this shoe, you can get it because there's all the resources available to you, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Rico gang, I love y'all.